Well, I wanted to keep going with Morgan's Fort today, but when I started, both of these guys died from fall damage because you take like 2d6 fall damage going down that trap door that they pulled the wolf into. So both them and the wolf died from fall damage. It's like 2d6. So yeah, that's sort of a bummer. On the bright side, I still have a delving deeper campaign going, so I guess I'll just do that. So when last we left Tybalt the anti-cleric, he had gathered a party of adventurers. Being we have an elf, we have the halfling, we have this orc, which I painted just for this. I'm happy with how he turned out. And then of course he has Wilbur the Treant. And these guys are off to find these ruins here. They know where they're at, and there's an evil magic user there that's conjuring some bad stuff into the Treant's forest. So we're gonna go see if we can shut it down. Can we do it? I, judging by the track record of my solo games, probably not. But we're gonna give it a shot anyway. Okay, so here's our known world so far. When we last saw our characters, they were in town. So now we're going to have to trek across miles and miles of forest to get to these ruins that are on an open plain. So that means we're going to be rolling random encounters for forest, or not necessarily every single time. We're going to see if we get one. But before we do that, something I really want to do is I want to check the weather with our really cool D6s here. So, as we're moving through the forest or as we leave town, what kind of weather are we looking at in the region? Snowy. It's begun to snow. Well, that's fair. I don't know what time of year we were in, but we're moving through snow. So, I really don't think that delving deeper has like stuff for hypothermia. That'd be kind of interesting. Just a cursory look, it doesn't really look like it. But yeah, let's move on through. Now, just for my own memory, let's take a look at the rules for determining a random encounter. Um, Here we go. The referee should check once per day in the immediate vicinity of a friendly settlement or stronghold with a throw of a 6 on a 6-sided die indicating an encounter. Okay. And then we have wilderness encounter tables, and we're going to be using the wood table. This is on page 64. So, this is the first day. We're moving out into the woods. Evidently, we're not actually going to be checking once every hex because it's once a day. Kind of cool to check every hex, but okay. So just leaving town, and here we go. We rolled a 4, so there's no encounter yet. I'm interested to see how fast it is. Is it 1 hex a day? Okay. The referee can assume that every 3 hexes, 18-mile radius, is a friendly stronghold. Doesn't really help me. Oh, time and movement. That's what I want to know. We're flipping pages you just can't see, so I'm sorry you can't see the hot page flipping action right now. Time and movement. Okay, so wilderness exploration. For the purposes of wilderness exploration, 1 inch represents 1 mile, and each turn is a day in duration. Standard movement rates in inches are therefore the number of miles covered per day. So this would be 1, 2, 3. It's only like 4 miles away. So okay, yeah. I mean, it's pretty easy to get there. This being the case, travel is pretty quick. Okay, so our movement rate would be. I mean, we're only as fast as the slowest person since we're moving in a party. So I'd assume like our basement. I'm just gonna guess here. I'm guessing our base movement speed is somewhere around 8 to 12. And not counting any kind of like armor or anything that's weighing us down. So we can move like 8 to 12 miles a day. That is pretty nutty. Well, okay, I guess we're there. Let's determine what this place looks like. Before the party, wreathed in snow-covered trees, there is a massive, sprawling ruin of what appeared to have once been a fortress or a city. We find, after a little bit of exploration, what appears to be a downward entrance leading down into the darkness. And we're going to be using some dungeon generation stuff from this card here. If I can find it. Where did I put it? Here it is. We're going to be using our dungeon generator card. And we are going to start building out from this dungeon. I don't know why I drew this right here. That's not the entrance. It was just, I got into narrating. So as far as dungeon encounters go, we are going to be rolling on the dungeon encounter tables. And we're gonna try not to die, like my characters tend to do. So let's erase whatever the heck I drew there, and we're going to roll for our entrance. All right, we've descended down the staircase. So for the room size, we roll 2d6 for the number of squares, and we're going to arrange however we want. So a lot of these dungeon generation methods were actually lifted from a, I can't remember. Noah Patterson wrote it. It's like the solo dungeon crawl rules. So that's more or less what we're doing. So the room is 5 squares big. And we're going to roll a d3 for the number of doors. There are 2 doors. So I'm guessing 1 is our entrance, which is going to be here. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, leading downward and sort of like a T. And here's the other door here. Unfortunately, Wilbur can't fit in here. So he's just going to have to hang out outside as our intrepid adventurers descend into the darkness below. We are going to keep our magic user safe in the middle of us. I don't know why Tybalt's in the front. We should be having our orc in the front. And we're going to have our thief and our anti-cleric at the back. A distinct disadvantage of being an anti-cleric is we can't cast cure spells. I don't think. But immediately the orc is going to move forward. So for each door we're going to roll a d6. On a 5 through 6 it's unlocked. On a 4 it's locked. On a 3 it's stuck. And on a 2 to 1 it's trapped. That's a 5. It's an unlocked door, so we're going to walk right on through into the next room. Okay, so this is a 7 square room. So we're going to have, be kind of interesting for it to go 1, 2. This is 4 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know what? No, let's have it do that. So that's our 7th. We're going to get rid of that. And now we're going to roll for a number of doors on the D3. There's 3 doors. So I'm always going to kind of assume. No, we can't do that because if we roll 1. No, if we roll 1, then it's just the entrance. That's a dead end. So this is 1, and then we'll have a second one here because that looks pretty good. And then we're going to have another one here. I suppose I should be rolling. I should be rolling to see if there's stuff in any of these rooms. Should also be rolling some dungeon features, huh? I'm going to go get some. I'm going to go get one of my books, and we're going to be rolling some dungeon features. Otherwise, it's just kind of featureless stone gray rooms. Okay, we have some table fables too. So what we're gonna do is, so whenever we get into one of these rooms, we're gonna roll some features just to see what's in here, and this will give us an opportunity to interact with some stuff. So let's go to some more off-screen page flipping. Ooh, this is kind of interesting. Just D100 events and encounters in the dungeon. What do we got? Okay, dungeons. And peculiar areas. Sure, yeah, let's do a D100. Why not? What could go wrong? Okay, so in this room, 72. Wow. It says that this place is a hotspot for adventurers, and that we're going to encounter a band of rival mercenaries. What I'm going to say is we're going to find actually a group of dead mercenaries in here, because that'd be really interesting and sort of like a warning to the party. So that being the case, let's go to the pocket filler table and see what kind of stuff they have in them, because they are dead, so they're not going to need whatever equipment's on them. Treasure, magic. Here we go. Pocket filler. What do we got here? How many of them we got? There's 2 of these guys. So we're going to search both of these guys. That's a 9. This guy's got a couple of clips, and the other guy has a paper packet of matches. Let's take the paper packet of matches. That seems like a good idea, actually. Nice. You can always use some fire starting materials. So we're going to move into this room. On a side note, with these mechanics for generating dungeons, I would really, really like to revisit the Fortress City using these mechanics. So we're going to roll to determine which door they decide to go through. So we have one here, we have one here. I didn't even determine which one was which. Evens, odds. Odds. We're going this way. Okay. So once again, our orc is going to line up to the wall, much in the same manner that Sig used to back in the day. And he's going to determine what's up with this door. This door is also unlocked. We roll a 5. So let's get on through. This next room has 9. This dungeon is slowly getting bigger. As we're going through, the rooms are sort of expanding. So this has 9 squares in it. 3, 6, 9. You know what? Let's just make it a big square room. I'm making the exact same mistake I made back in the Fortress City, and that is that I'm not rolling for the number of doors. There are 3 doors. So we're gonna have a branch off like that. Except not that, yeah, we can do this way, because this was like a staircase coming down. So we will do kind of a solid one there. And then we'll do door here, door here. We're going to move inside. The door's not trapped. So far we haven't hit any traps. We haven't hit any locked or stuck doors. So let's roll a dungeon feature in here. I feel like actually we should be rolling to determine if there is a dungeon feature. So I'm going to do a D6 roll. On a roll of a 6, there's a feature. On a roll of a 1, there's an encounter. And I'm just kind of pulling these rolls out of my butt. So let's take a look. That's a 5. So it's not a feature nor an encounter. This is just a room. And we're going to pick a door here to continue going through. So we got evens, we got odds. Odds, we're going that way, which I'm just going to say is north. So once again, let's line up our big tough orc. And what's up with this door? That's a 3. What is that? 4 is locked, 3. The door is stuck. So we are going to have to pound our way through the door. So how this is going to work is this is actually going to create a fair bit of noise to have to unstick a door like this. Maybe we should be thinking, because generating noise in a dungeon like this is typically not an advisable idea. So I feel like we should make a decision. We're going to let them do it. Evens, they're going to try and do the other door. Odds, they're going to try and break down this door. That's a 6, so they're being smart. They don't want to generate a whole lot of noise. So instead, you know what we're going to do? We're going to put an L right here to indicate that door is locked. So our boy, the orc, is going to go to open this door. And this one, it's a roll of a 1. What is that? That's trapped. This door is trapped. Does he know? That's a yes and, actually. So yes and. So it's trapped. We're going to have our halfling thief try and remove that trap. Sound good? So let's go to her thief skills here. She's a level 3 thief, which means let's see, thief table progression. Oh man. Okay. So the thief skills don't work like I thought they did, but they do have a set of these. Disarming small trap devices such as spring-loaded poison needles. Okay, so it's just a d6 roll. Oh, that's so nice. A thief accomplishes these all these with a throw of 3 through 6 on a 6-sided die. Should he fail to disarm the trap, it will be sprung instead. So we need a 3 through a 6. So that's a 4 in 6 chance of disarming this. So, come on, girl, you can do it. Let's just disarm this trap or die trying. Okay, the trap is disarmed. Oh, that's such a really. I like this mechanic for thief skills. Actually, just the d6 roll, like that's nice. Okay, so with some metallic clacking around, the components of the trap fall apart, and she steps back with a smug look on her face as our orc pushes forward and is going to open the door. So first of all, I'm going to roll to see if there's a feature or an encounter. No, I'm going to roll to see how big the room is. It's a 7-square room, and it has 2 doors. So including this one, it's going to have one somewhere else. So this is going to be 1, and then 6. And the door is going to be right here. What did I say? 6 was a feature and 1 was an encounter. 6. We have a feature in here. Okay, cool. I like that. That's like loot. That could be all kinds of stuff. I should probably put a bookmark in here. Here we go. Peculiarities. Is that what this is? Events and encounters. Oh, yeah, here's something cool I could be rolling for. It's just like the room type and purpose. Because if I roll peculiarities... No, you know what? I'm just going to roll notabilities and peculiarities. That could lead to all kinds of insane results. I'm all about just crazy stuff happening. It's probably why these solo campaigns don't last very long. 21. What is that? A crystal. Small crystals grow in the damp corners of the structure. So there's like crystals growing in here. That's very, and I didn't put a bookmark in here again. That's very likely that's part of the sort of the conjurations of this evil magic user. Do these do anything? Let's check the oracle. 3. What is that? Where's my oracle? No, but they don't do anything for us. So they probably do something for a kind of a higher level magic user. Oh, actually, our magic user use these somehow? No, but they're pretty. So they don't do anything. So we're gonna go through to this one other door. I gotta say, I enjoy this method of dungeon generation more than actually just using table fables. It's faster. I don't feel like it's as detailed, but it's actually a lot faster. So let's keep generating some rooms, but first we're gonna check this door with our boy here. What do we got? 6. It's just unlocked. That's such a relief when that happens, because otherwise it's just like, I don't know, man. We're just gonna. I hate it when traps kill me. Because it's just like, man, we weren't even fighting, you know. Just traps kill you. So how big is this room here? This is 8. You know what I think it looks like? I think it looks like a big, because I feel lazy. I think it looks like a big old hallway. How many doors we got? 3. 1, 2, 3. That seems good, right? Just like that. I'm going to have to move the camera if we keep going any farther that way. I mean, it's my fault. I'm putting the doors like that, but... Okay. What's in this room? Nothing. So this is just a clear room. I am more than happy to accept that kind of nonsense because a trapped door can kill us, a random encounter could kill us, a random feature could kill us. So, I haven't been determining whether or not we're actually going to run into the sorcerer, have I? Oh man, I gotta do some thinking. Just a quick note, something that really cracked me up is I'm looking at the dungeon encounter table, and like some of this seems fairly rational. So like you get like large centipedes and stuff, or like kobolds, and then you get over here like dungeon level 6 over here. You have like a Tyrannosaurus. You have like dinosaurs. I assume when it means like dungeon encounter tables, if you're looking at table 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I just kind of read these as dungeon levels. So that's usually like farther underground, right? So you're going really far underground and you find in a big room, you just find a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Or flip, a dragon turtle? This stuff is bonkers, dude. That's crazy. Anyway, so I've determined what I'm going to be doing is we're not going to encounter him on this level, but there's a part of the dungeon generator I haven't been looking at, and that's stairs. I think we have to at least get to level 3 to find the sorcerer. And what I wrote is on a roll of a 4, 8, or 12, which we just rolled an 8. When entering a room's number of squares, roll a d6, and on a roll of 1, there's a staircase. So we're going to see if there's a staircase. 4. No, there's not. So we're going to be looking for a staircase. Remember back in the Fortress City, those of you who watched that, how we were just kind of hunting for a staircase? Our foray on this particular level is going to end when we find a staircase. And it can't go up, it can only go down. Later on, once we hit lower levels, we can actually roll to see if it goes up or down. But we need to find stairs so we can get down to level 3 and potentially encounter the evil sorcerer. But for now, we are going to move our camera like this. You can see more of my messy table. And we're gonna pick one of these doors. All right, group, what you doing? So we've got evens and odds again. Evens, they want this one. So we're continuing in sort of a southeasterly direction. And so we're going to line up our orc again, and we're going to see what kind of door this is. That's a 2. What is that? 2 and 1. It's trapped. Does he know it's trapped? Yes, he knows it's trapped. So once again, we're going to have our halfling come on forward, and she is going to work her thiefy magic. That's a 3, barely. 3 to 6 is what we want to disarm traps and unlock things. So she disarms the trap, but I like to think she almost springs it, and so like we hear like this whoa, as once again she opens this trapped door. We're gonna go on in. Whoa. Okay, new room. This is This only has 3 squares in it. This is a very small room. What kind of doors we got? We have 1 door. So this is just a... This is like a closet. I really doubt there's anything in here, but just for fun, just in case we find like a random dude in a closet, let's roll to see if there's an encounter or something. No, there's just for a second there I was hoping we were going to find something insane in the closet, but it's just a closet. Why was the door to a closet trapped? I'm not going to think too much on it. Let's just open this other door. What do we got here? Door 6. What is that? That's unlocked. Okay. For a second. That freaked me out for a second. Then it's a 7 square room. I went for like a huge 12 square room. That'd be nuts. 7 squares. So let's just go. How many doors are in here? There's 1. So this is like a dead end. This is like somebody's office or something. So let's roll for some features. There's supposed to be a 7 square. It doesn't matter. It's a dead end. 6, that is a feature. Let's take a look. I do plan on having some of these features be helpful. So if there's something like, oh, we find a pile of weapons, we can totally take some weapons. Feature, notables and peculiarities. Here we go. So in this other dead end, that's 11. I keep rolling 1 on another die. Mold. Toxic black mold grows in the corners of the structure. Those who linger too long in the vicinity begin to suffer cough and fever. Well, luckily, seeing that it's a dead end just covered in mold, we are going to turn back. Let's see. What other doors were here? Is this it? Yeah, this whole section is just kind of cut off. So we have some choices. We can go back to this stuck door and try and bash it open. We also have another door over here. So I'm going to let them choose. So evens, we go back to the stuck door. And odds, we go over to that kind of west area and continue that way. That's evens. They want to check out the stuck door. So I'll move our camera again. There we go. And we're going to have this guy start bashing the door in. Now, something I do want to research a little bit for a minute, and I'm not going to make you guys suffer through the page flipping. But, excuse me. I want to see, like, inanimate objects. I know that there are some mechanics sometimes where they have hit points. Like, are we just going to roll against his strength, or are we just going to attack the door until it falls over? So that's going to be what I'm going to research here for just a minute. If it's in there, I can't find it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this door like 2d6 hit points or like durability points. And he's going to try and hack through that. This thing's got 10 durability points. That seems rational. I don't know if this is it. This is probably like a reinforced wooden door. So for every hit, I'm going to roll a second d6. And on a certain roll, something's going to hear us. I'm not sure what that roll is going to be. I'm pretty sure that roll is going to be like a 1 or something. So, first attack with the big old axe. An interesting quirk of Delving Deeper is all weapons do the exact same damage. The difference is like weight. So, a way that you could make this unique is that you could hack a door open with an axe. You cannot do that with, say, the Halfling's dagger. So, like, you'd have to use the weight and size of the weapon to make it unique rather than the damage type, because it's all a d6. White Box fixes this a little bit by making two-handed weapons have, like, d6 plus 1, and some of them have d6 minus 1 if they're small. But for this is like OD&D, everything's d6. So he's going to roll his d6, and he's going to see what kind of damage he's doing to this door. 5 damage. Wow, that's a hefty swing. So, and this, the sound of his axe colliding with the door just echoes through the dungeon somewhere. We're going to roll to see if anything hears us. No, nothing hears us that round. He's going to hack at it again. Once again. Nope, nothing hears us. And one more swing will do it. And he hacks the door down. And nothing, at least we don't think anything hurt us. So the door is now open. I'm going to get rid of that Get rid of that locked. I should have said S for stuck, but you know. Okay, so how big is this next room? Wow, that is a 9 square room. And you know what? We're going to make it, it's kind of a big, oh, before I draw it, how many doors are in here? There's one door. This is a big, I have no clue what this room would be. I assume this is like storage. So here we go. We've got, all right, we're going to roll a encounter or a feature. None. It's just a big, that's, I don't know, that's kind of creepy to me. So we get in here with like a torch, or like the orc can see in the dark. So we look in there and I just see like this stark gray room. I don't know why that's, I don't know why that strikes me so much, but there's just kind of like stone is built out of stone bricks. And there's probably like was something in here, but whatever it is, we don't know. I'm going to say there looks like some old chalk markings on the floor, some early attempts at conjuration in here. But otherwise, we're going to move on to this other door. So once again, Mr. Orc, it's all you. Counting on your tankiness here. We've got our thief right behind you just in case we need to unlock this door. So let's move our books here. So what's up with this door? This door is unlocked, so we're going to take a look inside. And we have another big 9 square door. And I'm going to do the same thing here. We have a 9 square room with... No. Otherwise, we're just trapped in the first level. That can't be. That must mean that there's like a... Yeah, we keep rolling a 1. I'm going to say that there's probably... Because otherwise we're trapped in the first level. I'm going to say it's likely there is a secret door somewhere here. And I know elves have something to do with that. I think elves can spot secret doors or something. So we're going to take a look. So it's another big kind of creepy featureless room. And I'm going to take a look at what elves can do really quick. Because for some reason I remember elves being able to detect secret doors. Maybe that's first edition. And Swords and Wizardry. But I'm going to take a look. This class is the thief. Oh man, I must have jumped right over there. Yeah, elves. Yeah. No, that's listening at doors. Searching will locate secret doors in a roll of 3 to 6 on a 6-sided die. Okay, so you know what? We have our elven lady here, who's, for some reason, her name escapes me. Like, I forget everyone's name. I didn't write them anywhere. I just have their numbers. I don't know why I never wrote their names. That's very unlike me. Anyway, she's going to begin looking through the dungeon. Oh, we didn't roll features for this. So there's nothing in there. Yeah, it's just another creepy stone room. So we're going to have her look around. That is a success. She finds a secret door. And in what room does she find it? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, basically. That worked out pretty well. She actually found it here. There's a secret room here. Or a secret door. And I don't know why I rolled that. It's a 6, so I'm guessing it's like unlocked. So there's no locking mechanism. But she found a door right here. It's a secret door. You see, when you get stuck like this in solo roleplay, you just kind of have to, like... Sometimes it feels like you're bullcrapping your way out of it. But remember, when you're running in a dungeon that's run by a dungeon master, you don't know all the features in the dungeon. So the possibility of there being a secret door is more or less, do you want there to be one or do you roll one? In this case, if she hadn't have detected one in this room, I would have gone through until she found one, because I'm pretty convinced that this sorcerer wants to make us feel like there's nothing down here. But she does find a secret door, and after pointing it out to us, we're going to have our orc try and open it.
No, it just says it's unlocked. So what's on the other side? That's huge. This is a 10 square room. Yeah, I think we've been bamboozled over here. That was sort of like a weird pretend dungeon that he had set up. So this was all to make it look like it was abandoned. 10 squares. One. I'm doing it again. How many doors are in here? There's 2 doors. There's going to be one other door. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, here we go. Just do this. I don't know if you guys recall, but I'm not very good at math. I know it's been a while since you've seen me do anything here, and I apologize for that. And that's just because my new job. I can tell you what I do. I actually work as a recycling truck driver, and that takes up a lot of time. It takes up a lot of time, let me tell you, especially because I'm not very fast or good at it yet. So let's roll what kind of features are in this room, if any. 6. Yep, that is features. Please be cool and fancy because we just found the secret door. Let's do something cool. Let's get some pretty sweet dungeon notabilities and peculiarities. I want to see something crazy. Show me something crazy. 63. Steam. A boiling underground spring sends scalding steam up through the cracks in the floor. So there is obviously something under us. So he's got like some machine works down here. Like he's got like an entire like base set up under there with like, oh, this is nuts. We have like a steampunk thing going on underground. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to call it here. Maybe. We'll do one more door. What's this? What's going on in this door? Because now we're kind of like in the secret areas in the dungeon here. This whole thing was a front. So what's going on with this door? It's open. It's just wide open. He was so confident. He or she. I have no idea. But they were so confident that nobody would find it. They just left all these doors unlocked. This is a 4 square room, which means we roll for stairs. There's stairs in here. This is a 4 square room with stairs. We found the staircase. I'm not even going to roll for other doors because we found what we wanted to find. There's our stairs. Next time we descend to level 2. You know what? I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about delving deeper. I had forgotten how fun this system was. I know last time I said Swords and Wizardry was my favorite one, and that's only because there's so much peripheral stuff with White Box, like there's fun classes, but if you think about it, they're also compatible with Delving Deeper. Delving Deeper and White Box are more or less the same game. They're both retro clones of Zero-E. And the simplicity of both of these systems really, really, I really like it. Especially with Delving Deeper. One advantage that Delving Deeper has is it has a sophistication in world building and in like wilderness exploration. And its roster of monsters is enormous, like compared to White Box. So it's like both of them have things that I really, really like. But today, I think I started liking this a little better, at least as far as solo roleplay goes, and that's only because it has a lot more meat to the number of monsters that are in it, and just wilderness exploration. Look, it has this stuff for like seafaring battle and like encounters at sea. Like, I realize this stuff isn't required, but like it makes me feel better as a solo role player to have a lot of this stuff on hand. So anyway, yeah, short little short gushing session about Delving Deeper. Next time we're going down the stairs. cross your fingers for our intrepid adventurers, because I feel like we have yet to encounter much of anything, and I feel like it's all being saved for underground, and that we are easily just going to die. So that seems to be what happens in a lot of my games. Wilbur is up here hoping for the best. He watched his 4 friends descend into the blackness below. And hopefully they come out. At least Tybalt, because he's our main character. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry again that my upload schedule is just so sporadic now. But we will see you again. We'll see you in the next video. And hope for the best.